So, today we're talking about the Elder Scrolls 5, better known as Skyrim. Critical darling, fan favorite, meme creator. Why?
We're back! Luckily for us, YouTube doesn't require neither talent or good looks.
But in all seriousness, this video is gonna be quite different from our other ones. For one, it's not gonna be as funny.
So what's the difference? I actually think it's like one song that is memorable and the rest is like super forgettable. They're saying like King da 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 da, and I think like all the music stems from that song. They just recorded this one song and just made samples out of it and made more songs with it. It's not like a style, it's more like, oh, I like Bad Touch, so I will make every song I ever do from the recording of Bad Touch. Good game music gets you involved in the game. For me, one of the games that I think of when I think about good sound and like getting involved is actually Left 4 Dead. Because the game kind of forces you to listen to the music, and so you know like what special effect that is close and how to recognize which one of them. I won't say that Left 4 Dead is like a masterpiece or anything, but just in that category I actually think they did a great job getting you involved with all your senses. And I think many games, especially nowadays, don't use the hearing part very well. When I think about this category, I think about the dragon golfing, actually, because that was some great ragdoll.
The physical boundaries they put on you in this game. In Oblivion you could train your, let's see, what was it called? Athletics and acrobatics. And in Skyrim they got none of that.
Think like this, you have two boxers, Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. One of them is like a fucking train, precision, right forward, but isn't that agile or smooth? And then you make a character that's like Muhammad Ali. Super smooth, super agile, moves around as much as you want. You want that to be represented for your character. So what takes me away with Skyrim is the role-playing element of creating a buff character that runs just as fast as your stealthy thief. I have one that I always think of as a good quest. I don't know why it stuck with me, but I actually thought it was kind of fun because it was very different from what else you did in Skyrim. At least I thought. I think it's a quest with either the Thieves Guild or the Dark Brotherhood. But you're supposed to go into like the Honey Brewery. It's the Thief Guild. Okay, thanks. But you're supposed to go in there and poison his brew. And to do this, you need to like get into his cellar. You need to either convince him or sneak by. And then when you're in the cellar, you have to fight some rats and standard Skyrim stuff. And you find like a rat person that is hiding in there. And then you get out and poison his brew.
So good quest for me. I always think of Dark Brotherhood because they actually took the next step in what's the biggest thing you can do as an assassin in an Elder Scrolls, and that's kill the Emperor, which you do, and it's kind of nice. Yes.
One thing that I actually like with Dark Brotherhood, you kind of get to know the people within it. And that's a thing that always struck me with all the other quests. You never get to know the people you're surrounded by. Think of the Thief Guild. What people in the Thief Guild do you know?
Pingals? Because they said I was a thief.
And what was
That pissed me off.
bastard!
So, Skyrim takes place, what, 200 years after Oblivion? And somewhere between that, the
Falmor.
which are the Wood Elves and High Elves, decided that, no, fuck Nords and their gods. So they said Talos is not a god, he is a man. And he's one of the 9 divines. So they waged war against the Imperials over the fact that they consider him a god. And the
Falmor.
won. So no longer is Talos considered a god in most countries, except in Skyrim, where they actually revere him most because he was from Skyrim. And that's why the Civil War started.
So, as soon as the game starts, it does something to mess with the Elder Scrolls MO. They tell you why you were a prisoner instead of leaving it up to interpretation.
Hey, you. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
So, during this carriage ride we learn a lot about the state of Skyrim, like the Civil War, and Ulfric, the leader of the rebels, who likes to step on people's toes.
Waiting for us.
Look how sad he is.
Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait, we're not rebels.
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them we weren't with you. This is a mistake.
Step towards the block when we call you.
So let's create a character. We got the shows off. Clever girl. Russell Crowe as Maximus. Junkie Elf 420 Blaze It. The Return of Pussy Woman. Swedish people. Black people? And some other I couldn't think up a clever joke for.
We're gonna go with Bödvar for this playthrough.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over with.
Hey, why don't you kill Ulfric first so you win the war? No? Okay.
Come on.
Just thinking out loud here.
God all morning.
Next, prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
So the game starts off as it should, with your execution. So game over. I kid. What really happens is a dragon shows up and rains fire on your parade. Whatever gets me out of here so I can get to stealing everything that isn't bolted down.
Let's go.
So, the dragon is actually the last boss. Well, it's about time.
Damn it! Tim! Stop with the early credit jokes!
But you're the one editing the video.
Oh, yeah.
Let me at him. Oh, look at this blind fuck. He does not even see me. So I will let him go. For now. Whoa, shit. So, time to pick sides in the previously mentioned Civil War. We picked Stormcloak because Bödvar is a rebel.
So, getting out in the open world, and we got to admit the open world is as large as it is beautiful. Too bad it's filled with fetch quests.
Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well,
Instead of something with substance. Because how many quests can you really remember? Out of the hundreds of quests that are available. Together we could only remember like 20 something. Which is not a good sign for a game that has over 300 hours worth of gameplay.
First things first, we need to get Baldra's gear, which he's been saving for a rainy day.
And they cowered, and they fought, and they died. They burned their
Now that that's done, let's spend some time meeting the people of Skyrim.
I'm so happy, oh, lucky me. I just go my way, living.
I don't know why, but I actually believe you. You've got the look of someone who's just seen a dragon.
I see no harm in it. Even stuff to the elves. Now ain't this a surprise?
So here's a good time to discuss the Skyrim Civil War. It seems rather pointless to choose sides since it does not affect anything, except small changes in dialogue from people on the opposing side.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation on trust in your good name. But it seems you intend to favor Ulfric. I can see now that this is not...
It does not affect you whatsoever and doesn't stop you from doing any quests, and is really just a distraction from the much larger farmwall problem which you can't resolve because it's outside the game map.
Let's get to Whiterun, the neighboring town to black people around.
Merchandise. No, this meat.
Well, Whiterun seems nice. Smells like wet dog though. So let's go talk to Jarl Strokeman and discuss his rodent problem. He says a dragon attacked a watchtower. Cause where else would a dragon attack except a place, without food and of no tactical significance?
So, dragons, they feel important the first 2 times, the remaining 14 times, not so much. They're basically pretty roadblocks. More of a nuisance than fun. And the story is based around these flying fucks. So you bet your ass you will see them over and over again. And unlike the Oblivion gates from Oblivion, they won't go away after you beat the game.
Everybody, get back.
So, between main quests, let's fart around with the companions. Because this game needs more excuses for fighting. So let's join.
Nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in your...
Damn, I'm getting hungry. Hey, a pie! Damn, I can't eat it. Someone owns it. Hey, you gonna eat that pie? No? Can I have it? Whatever! Urge to kill rising!
Born of the North.
Someone do something.
Crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Oh, forgive me, Thane. I didn't realize it was you. We'll look the other way this time. But even the Jarl's influence has its limits. Be more careful.
And that is how you're getting away with murder!
So, let's kill some more sentient beings. Careful with those. Let's pull this lever. And I'm stuck. Well, won't need to play the rest of this game. Yeah! Neat trick. Where can I learn that?
So, turns out the companions are a bunch of werewolves. They will let you in on that doggy action though. If you can fetch good enough.
I would hope you recognize aliens.
So, let's get some of that instant werewolf blood. Ah, unlimited power! Well, that's lame. Turns out werewolves suck, unless you buy the DLC, Downguard. No, for only $6 or something. I don't know. Oh, okay. Can I have the pie now? No? Well, fuck you and your pie. I take this pie instead.
I'm going back to the main quest. And you know what happened? The Greybeards, master of dragon words, used the bundle alternative to a phone, shouting! To call Bödvar to the top of Hagberg so you can learn their phony ways. What, you approved the werewolf pun but not the phony pun? What more do you ask of me?
So you go there and learn another disappointment, which is the shouting. It exists about 30 of them, but you will only use about 3. The rest sounds cool, but they have barely any practical use. But the story revolves around you being able to use them. We might as well get used to the slow motion shout, because hey, it's effective. But that's not all Hagberg has to offer. Guess what? Mail fetch quests. So we're off to find the Horn of Jörgen Windblower, and we get to taste some of the classic Skyrim puzzle solving. So they got these puzzles where you got to match the right picture, recycle like 20 times throughout the world. And then there's this door puzzle, where all you have to do is look at the clock key to solve it. So if you solved one, you solve them all.
So we're heading back to Riverwood to meet our ninja and get back our loot, damn it. So we meet our voluptuous thief. Turns out she's a member of the very creatively named Blades. Who wants what? Well, they want to kill dragons, of course. So we're off to a dragon burial mound. We see a dragon be resurrected by the last boss. He arrives and shows you not only his evil dumb, but also kind of blind, so you end up fighting the resurrected dragon instead. So, let's talk fighting mechanics. Well, they are a great improvement over Oblivion's. So what's the problem? Well, there's too much of it, way too many fights. Even the thieves get end up fighting. No matter what roads you travel, what skills you pick, fighting will overshadow almost everything you do in this game. It's not just Skyrim, Fallout 4 does the same. We don't play elderscrolls for the action, we play it for the freedom and roleplaying. Does Skyrim still have freedom? Yes, possibly as much as Oblivion, although it's bogged down by hours of fighting between minutes of character interactions.
So, the dragon is dead. We confirmed that they returned from the dead, which means that you're fighting zombie dragons. Explains their lack of IQ. But what could be behind this? So the Blades think the elves are behind the dragon's return. So the Blades are kind of Trump.
It's only a matter of time before.
But just to confirm, we got the party. We learn nothing about dragons. But on the upside, we also learn nothing about the Civil War. Surprise! The Blades actually know something, and that is the final boss, Alduin, is the herald of the end times, and will swallow the world. Hence the title, World Eater. So he's a lame Galactus. Someone must know how to stop him. I know, the leader of the Greybeards.
You show great promise, Dragonborn.
The long and perilous road to meet him.
And at the top, we meet the leader of the Greybeards, Parthenax. He tells the story about when the World Eater Alduin went for lunch. A large group was terrified of this event ever taking place, so they had no choice but to bribe the DM to banhammer Alduin for this time in space. The hammer was sadly only temporary. Alduin has to be dealt with again. To do this, we needed the cheat codes for the banhammer. It was our turn to take the torch. So then we're off fetching again. This time for an elderscroll, which apparently contains enough meth for you to travel back in time.
Or so you think.
Long story short, Crazy Man tells you where you can find one. How he knows it's there without ever being there, I don't know. But we are going to dwarven ruins and some ancient tunnels, which means dwarven constructs and farmer.
They actually have a nice backstory that goes with the theme of Nords. Fucking up for everybody else. Forsworn and Thalmer are both people driven into exile by the Nords. And now they kill anyone on sight. So why did we pick Stormcloak's side in this civil war? So here's another puzzle, I guess. I will just try buttons till it's aligned. Now that we obtained the Elder Scroll, we need to see the past to learn Dragonrend.
Today, Alduin's lordship will be restored.
Oh no! Alduin has shown up, and he can actually see us now. This time we can fight him back. So beating Alduin's scrawny ass was simple enough, but he runs away before we can finish him off. So where did he go? Valhalla, I mean Brawlhalla, I mean Mother's Lasagna, I mean Sovngarde. The Nord afterlife, because they had to throw out the shades of grey in the Civil War somehow.
Sure, none may pass.
So to gain entrance, we gotta fight Mr. Muscle. Easy enough.
You fought well. I find you worthy. It is long since one of the living has entered here.
Whoa. What is this? How is this bridge staying together? Have you ever heard of decomposition? Your bones are held together by muscles and cartilage. That shit decomposes and becomes dirt in less than a month. And I don't think it's bolted together, because hollow bones would break if you hit it with a hammer, and I refuse to believe that they have drills in this day and age. So you're telling me it has no marrow and it's just bones? Well, that could be true if the thing wasn't meant to fly. Do you have any idea of how heavy bones are? Oh, so, okay, magic. Well, of course, fuck you. So how will they make this fight awesome? Well, by giving you a bunch of immortals that charges the boss while you sit back and relax, have a cup of tea and play Sudoku. So this is what the end of the game looks like, and we know that the majority of you who have played the game have never seen it. But you're welcome for the spoiler, even though the game was released in 2011.
This was a mighty deed.
So we saved the world. I say that earns us some poo-tang. Hey Beyblade, what can you do for me?
Not a damn thing.
Okay, that's it.